What is going on in the world? Well, black people are now disrespecting their own black ancestry. What up, guys? My name is Sa Ra Garvey. Please like, share, comment and subscribe as we get into this one. Now, I for many years have been making videos and going on podcasts and making content about the degenerate behavior of those that say they are part of black culture. I have made videos upon videos upon videos expressing my disdain with other black peoples when it comes to them lifting up the bad parts of black Western culture. And today actually saddened me, because what we have had of recent is a group of women that have disrespected black ancestors in a way that I never thought I'd actually see. They have gone to Elmina Castle in Ghana. Now, what is Elmina Castle? Elmina Castle is a slave castle, a fort, a fortress that Europeans built to house black African people that they had enslaved and keep them there until those black people were ready to be exported onto ships off to the Americas. And in Elmina Castle, there was a door called the Door of No Return. And the Door of No Return symbolized that if you walked out that door, you would never again see your family, your friends, or your loved ones. Many black people have gone to Elmina Castle and shed tears, a place where black mothers, black fathers, and black children died, locked in dungeons, treated like less than human beings, only to be shipped off to a foreign country that they had absolutely no idea about. But what have people that claim to love black culture decided to do? They have decided to go to Elmina Castle and twerk. Twerk for the ancestors. That's what they've decided to go and do. Have a look at this. They have decided to go to a sacred black place and infect it with debauchery. They have gone to a sacred black place and decided to infect it with dysfunction. Now, my last name is Garvey. Marcus Garvey repeatedly stated that there were many black people that he would not take to Africa. Why? Because their mind has been infected. Because their mind is no longer theirs. Because they have downloaded a brand new program into their minds and attempted to say that this is what black people should be aspiring to. There are sacred places all over the world. All over the world. In the Jewish community, you have the Wailing Wall. In the Muslim community, you have Mecca. The Indians have Kashi Viswanath. Many people all around the world have decided that they have sacred places. Yet and still, the place where black people were taken from their home and shipped off to another continent, not seeing their family, loved ones and children, where many died, is now a place for twerking. There is a YouTuber by the name of Crimson Cure who actually spoke on this exact same thing. This is what she had to say.
And this is why I say black people like symbolic stuff. We don't like things that have value, things that have substance, things that are actually going to produce a change positively for us, things that are actually going to propel us forward. We like the foolishness that part of our culture. We like trying to walk around like we proud to be black. We like trying to portray and, you know what I'm saying, put out to everybody else that our culture is so unique and it's so dope and it's so this and so that. But really, we just like engaging in a lot of foolishness. And we like the excuse to do so. That whole BET show for 2021 was, the whole theme of that show was for the culture. And what was going on in that show? A bunch of rainbow activity, a bunch of twerking, a bunch of foolishness, a bunch of hoe activity. You had Lil Nas X tongue kissing a dude. You had, and up there ain't dancing right, making a mockery out of MJ's Remember the Time. You just, I mean, you know, he ain't really talented or nothing like that. Just up there making a spectacle. These are the types of things that we have in our culture, and we, you know what I'm saying, push the things forward. Well, it's part of our culture, it's part of our culture. And we feel like we gotta be loyal to the culture no matter what the culture says. And really, we are loyal to a culture without understanding where that culture comes from, or without wanting to understand where it comes from, or not wanting to look at where this culture actually comes from.
For some reason, so many black people within the Western world seem to think that being their most basic, their most underhanded, their most lowest self is a representation of black culture, quote unquote. I have said this repeatedly, and here is a video of me saying this a few years ago.
Okay, so why are you tired of the black community?
Where do I start? I'm tired of the black community because we are emotionally led people generally. And if we take, for instance, this is just one instance, but there's many. If we take, for instance, the presidential election, it was run, Biden was voted in based off of emotion by black people.
Yeah.
Like, I hate Donald Trump. I hate. Get someone else in. Now, Joe Biden is a man. If we're non-emotional about it, and I've gone into this on the Black Opinion, my show, he is a man who, a man called Robert Byrd, who was a KKK member, he read a eulogy at Robert Byrd's funeral and stated that this man was a friend and mentor.
Yesterday, I had the opportunity to pay my respects to Leader Byrd as he lay in repose in the Senate chamber. But although I and my colleagues behind me revere the Senate, Robert C. Byrd elevated the Senate.
A member of the KKK. Now, that's what Joe Biden done. So I don't know how more racist you get than the KKK, personally, in America. But Joe Biden's at the man's funeral saying he's a friend and a mentor. And that's just one of the second reasons, but to go to the video, was me saying every culture has their underworld, right? White culture, Asian culture, Chinese culture, Japanese culture, Italian culture. Every culture has like an underworld and an underbelly.
They all have criminals and bad people.
They all got criminals and bad people. But it stays in the underworld. The problem I find with black people is we've pushed our underworld and our underbelly to the surface. And that's what we now think is the upper echelon. So yeah, rap about how many packs you sold. Do you get me? Like the women can do all kinds of debauchery behavior and then be like, oh yeah, it's just feminism. And it's like every culture has an underbelly, but black people's underbelly has been pushed to the surface. And now it's like we need to adhere to that. It's like, no, that's the underbelly, bro. That's the underworld. That's not who we are. Most black people are not like this. Most black people don't sell drugs. Do you know what I'm saying? But most black people aren't, oh yeah, I want to get this. I want to buy this Gucci bag and I want to buy this and da-da-da. When most of us aren't like that. But because it's the underworld and the underbelly has been pushed to the surface, most of us, well, not saying most of us, a lot of us are aspiring to the underworld.
I am sick of black people acting as if they have no damn sense. I am tired of having to tell other people that, you know what, not all black people act like this. Not all of us in the West have this infectious disease. Many of us in the West and in Africa and in Brazil, wherever you find African people, want the best for African people, want to see a positive image of black people, want to see black people do well. Not all of us want black people to be seen as the lesser culture on the planet. Not all of us want black people to twerk. Not all of us want black people to tote guns. Not all of us want black people to sell drugs. And I'm not saying this to other peoples of other races. I'm saying this to other black people? Where have we got to in the West where twerking on your ancestors' graves is a funny thing to do? Would Muslims twerk on the grave of Muhammad? Would the Jewish people twerk at the Wailing Wall? Would the Chinese twerk at the Great Wall of China? No. But for some reason, black people keep doing the most degrading behaviors in this society. We are better than this. I will show, and I have taken it upon myself to show other black people that we are better than some of the behavior that we see out there. And I hope that the black people that are watching this also do the same. I have been Sa Ra Garvey. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna be here as long as the question, what is going on in the world, needs to be asked and needs to be answered. So buckle up and prepare for the ride. I'm gonna catch you lot on the flip side.